The story for Wolfenstein: The New Order is, the year is 1960, and the Nazis have won World War II. War hero B.J. Blazkowicz must launch an impossible counter-offensive against the monstrous Nazi regime that has conquered the globe. Being a fan of the series since the first release of Wolfenstein 3D, I was very surprised by this game. The last game, simply titled Wolfenstein, as fun as it was, seemed more like something someone pulled out of their ass. This one is 20 times bigger and better than the last game. It has more detail, story, gunfights, stealth, and takedowns than the last one. And that is mainly because this game is honoring both Wolfenstein 3D and its remake, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Isn't it me, or is saying Wolfenstein sound a lot better with a German accent than American? You know, Wolfenstein, Wolfenstein. I don't know, it's probably just me. The regular gunfighting is quite fun and exhilarating. The gore was plentiful and messy. I'm not usually one for the sound effects for guns in games, but I have to admit for this game that the sound effects for the guns were very well done. I mean, they're just basically upgrading what the weapons from Germany would sound like in the 1960s. It was pretty good. The stealth action was equally enjoyable, and it wasn't hard as it usually is in most games. The stealth wasn't easy in the sense as enemies are easier, but that the controller configuration is. It made it easier to sneak up on someone and press the right button to silently take down someone. Usually you press a button and you tell yourself and the game that you pressed the right button, but the game thinks you meant something else. Or you just simply hit the wrong button. And something I like that is different about this game is that there are no QuickTime moments in the game. I will admit that QuickTime events are fun and give a rush the first 2 times, but it is happening too often with games, and it is nice to have a game that doesn't do it. There are moments during a cutscene when a button does pop up to press, but that is only because you are either handed something or it is to progress the scene and continue the game, and there's only one button and you only have to press it once. You don't have to press that or any other button repeatedly. It was also nice to have a more fully rounded and developed story in this game, unlike the last one. And also we got to know our hero more than ever before in any previous game. We get to see he is more than just a gun-toting action war hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger muscles and a crew cut. We get to see he is human and cares for the people he fights for, and is portrayed beautifully by Brian Bloom. And as one can see from looking at videos for the game, the graphics are superb. Everything is clean and shiny and the lighting looks realistic. Also, there's an upgrade tree system, but there are no experience points to gain or waste on this. There's a great this is a great level up system, for they are all useful and are gained by doing specific tasks like silently killing someone, and you don't have to do them in order. It was great. If I needed the specific skill that I knew would help me, like gave me more knives to throw at something, I only had to do just the required task to do for that. I didn't have to go all the way to the top and do the tests to unlock those ones before I unlocked that one. I just needed to unlock that one, and it was great. It was great. From what I recall, there are really only like 2 or 3 flaws that you can find with this game. One is the ability to wield two guns. It is neat, yes, but when you use it, it is a bit clunky. Aiming is a little difficult, and you have to use both left and right trigger buttons to fire. It makes sense, yes, but habit makes one only use the regular trigger button for the gun. Also, the ammo doesn't split up equally between both guns, making it difficult to defeat a boss if one gun runs out of ammo before you even put a dent in him. Also, in games when you see an item like health or ammo, you just walk over to it and collect it, or you can just walk and look at it and press a button. But in this game, even though the game encourages you to explore, and I found myself exploring more than I usually do in a first playthrough, if there is an item, if there's an item, you don't even have to look at it. An icon just pops up out of nowhere and you press it. I'll be walking and an icon for a secret or health or ammo just pops out and I just press the collect button. It's just like, you don't even need to really look. It's just you walk just looking towards your objective. Oh, a little icon that says ammo or health or whatever. It's like, oh, just press the collect button. No, you don't even really need to look. You just go into a room, click, 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 that's it. It just made exploring boring. That was an unexpected rhyme. And also another thing was when you're stealthing and you kill somebody, if another guard walks by, he doesn't notice the body at all. It just kind of is just invisible to him, which is like, okay. And if you're like, again, stealthing and you're 5 feet away from a guard and he sees you, he doesn't react because he doesn't see you. And you're 5 feet away from him and he has to be a little closer to see you. It's like, okay. But if you make noise 10 feet away, then he's like, oh. It's just, their sights are off. Other than that, I like this game a lot. It was fun and worth playing a second time around. I am actually in the middle of my second playthrough, mainly to play it again, but also because there is a choice you make on the first level of the game that affects the rest of the game. On this second playthrough, I'm making a different choice and seeing how that goes. It's not a big difference, but each choice grants you a different skill and health or armor upgrades. Other than that, this game gave a little progress to the franchise and gaming in general. And even though it looked great on the PS4, the entire game felt a little short to me. The missions were a lengthy bit, but quick to get through. But I did like it a lot and want to play it more. I just wish I didn't have to pay an obscene price for a game now. Oh, and there was another thing also. This isn't really any bad thing, it's just something I wish they would have done is, what's going on with Hitler? I mean, he's ruler of the world now. I mean, we have all these clippings of newspapers and magazines and letters to read, and there's nothing about Hitler. I mean, what is he doing? The only reference I've ever seen of Hitler in the game is when you're crossing a checkpoint in a car and somebody goes, "Heil Hitler," and it's like, okay, well, what is going on with Hitler? What is he doing? What is his plans for ruling the world? And this, and that. It's like, come on. It's like, I wish I would have known that. It would have been a nice little attention to detail if they did that. But I guess that's just me. I give this game a good 3.5 stars out of 5. It's been a while since I've done a video game review. I think my last and only one before this was Resident Evil 6. And that was too long ago. But then again, there are better video game reviewers out there than me. I'm more of just a hobbying film critic. Games are more of a thing just to have fun with in my spare time. You know, if I do find a game that I really do enjoy, I'll review it again in the future. I'll do another video game review in the future. But don't count on it because, you know, I'm just bad with games. I just don't want to think. I just want to play. You know, and notice all the other things maybe further down the line. Way after, you know, the game's popularity is gone, probably. But whatever. Well, until next time, auf Wiedersehen.